And basically we just pour everything on top. Today for lunch, I thought I'd make some Kung Pao Chicken. And this is pretty simple. First thing you gotta do is make a marinade for the chicken. And to do that, I'm gonna use 6 ounces of chicken. Yeah, you can use chicken breast. This is actually some legs and thighs that I deboned. And I cut in little pieces about like that. So that's 6 ounces of chicken. So for the marinade, we got an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. We got 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. And I'm using the low sodium version. So basically a teaspoon of that. We need 1 teaspoon of dry sherry. I didn't really have it, so I'm using some Sauvignon Blanc. A 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. About like that. And I'm going to use 1 egg white. And this is just a little egg white separator. And you ain't gotta get it all, just, you know. And that's pretty much it. And we'll go ahead and mix that up, and we're gonna pour that on top of the chicken, and we'll put it in the refrigerator until it's ready to cook. So there you go. And this is actually half of a recipe. Normally I make it with 12 ounces of chicken, but today I'm just doing a half a recipe. So 6 ounces of chicken, and I halved all the ingredients. So that's pretty much it. We're going to put this in the refrigerator, and you want to do it at least 30 minutes, but I'll have it in there probably for about 3 hours. So this will be a good little lunch today. And now this is going to be the sauce that we'll use. We're going to use a 1/2 tablespoon of soy sauce. One tablespoon of chili sauce. I'm using sriracha. And this stuff really isn't that hot, I don't find. One teaspoon of white wine vinegar. I'll clean this mess up after. One teaspoon of sugar. This is a 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of cornstarch. This is some chicken stock that I canned in the old pressure canner. So we'll just take the lid off of that. And we're going to add 3 tablespoons of chicken stock. It just makes for a little bit of a richer sauce. I mean, you can use water, but I'm going to use some chicken stock. So 3 tablespoons. And we'll just mix that up, and we'll have that in the refrigerator as well, just kind of waiting on lunchtime to get around. And the only real vegetables that's going to be in this dish is some green onions. And we're going to put, I want more of the hard part, so we'll just cut it in good size rings where it doesn't really fall apart when you're cooking it. But this won't cook long. And we'll probably do about 2 ounces of the onion rings, the rings. So let me get that finished. And there you go. That's about 2 ounces. And I added some of the green portions as well. And what I do is usually when I buy the green onion tops to freeze, I'll chop off most of the green part and I'll leave the bottom, and then that's what I usually do with the bottom, is to make the Kung Pao chicken with it. So basically it takes two bunches to make 2 ounces of the bottoms. And I didn't get real close to the root. So there you go. Just refrigerate that and that'll be ready. Now we're going to go ahead and cook everything. We're going to use half a tablespoon of vegetable oil. If you had peanut oil, that would be even better, but I didn't. We got a 4th teaspoon of basically some crushed red pepper. And we got a tablespoon of garlic. It's better if you had whole garlic, and you basically peel and make slices of 2 cloves. But this is the way I'm going to do it. This is what I have on hand. And basically we're going to cook this till the garlic gets a little bit brown. And it's not going to take long, because you don't want the garlic to have a burnt taste. So that's about it. Maybe a minute. We'll go ahead and add the chicken. So this is the one I had in the refrigerator marinating. I usually go ahead and stir it before I add it. Now I'm going to add the chicken. And I'm going to raise our fire up a little bit. And we'll basically cook the chicken till it's pretty much done. And I might have could have cut this up a little bit smaller, but it'll be okay. And I'll show you once I get the chicken where I want it. And some of the chicken I'm going to go ahead and cut up a little bit smaller, just to kind of help it cook a little faster. I think I had them a little bit too big. That's fine, just use my scissors to do it. Makes pretty quick work. So that's about the size you want them. That make it cook a little faster. Pretty much done. A little bit longer. So now we're this is my Pinot Grigio. Like I said, if you had sherry, that would work a little bit better, but just kind of pour it around and let that cook out. And to help deglaze the sides of the wok a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit of chicken stock. Maybe about 2 or 3 tablespoons. Like I said, that'll just kind of help me scrape everything before I do the next step. Alright, there's the green onion. Add that to it. And we're only going to cook this maybe about a minute. See, we're not really trying to cook them through. We're just trying to, you know, just get them a little bit wilted, because you want them a little bit crunchy still. So like I said, maybe I'm going to do mine about a minute. The recipe I follow says about 30 seconds, but I usually go about a minute or so. You want them cooked a little bit. After a minute or so, here's the sauce mixture I made a little earlier. Go ahead and make sure it's well mixed up. Add that to it. And this should thicken up pretty quick. A couple minutes, you know. Been maybe about 2 minutes. And for the last ingredient, this is some dry roasted peanuts, about 1 ounce. Add that to it, and I'll try to use the unsalted ones or lightly salted. Those were lightly salted. And basically just toss this maybe for about 15 seconds or so, and it's done. This is actually from a Chinese cookbook, so this is like an authentic recipe. I mean, I didn't have everything because they call for like thick soy sauce. I just use regular soy sauce, you know, for everything. So it is what it is. And I use the low sodium version as well. All right. I'm going to put that over some rice and I'll show you what it looks like. Just zoom it in for you, that way you can kind of look at it. And I'm actually eating this over some basmati rice. That's just usually the rice I use. And basically we just pour everything on top. And it got a little heat to it. So there you go. Kung Pao chicken. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.